Un aplauso! Okay, we're gonna do that. He's gonna give a little speech for you guys. Good afternoon, primos, primas, and friends. First off, I'd like to thank God for gathering all of us here today at the Fiesta del Rancho for such a beautiful event full of cultural richness dating back to 1977. I'd like to also thank the Fiesta del Rancho committee and board members for honoring my late grandfather, Fidencio Saenz Sr., for this year's fiesta and selecting my grandmother, Carolina T. Saenz, as parade marshal. They were both prior Precinct 2 county commissioners who spent countless hours helping create the event that we enjoy to this day. With the continued hard work and support from our current commissioner, Rene Perez, and the Fiesta del Rancho committee, I look forward to celebrating with you all for years to come. As many of you know, the Saenz family has strong roots in this area. We have called it home since the early 1800s, living off the land and helping to build the close-knit community that it is today. Fidencio, or Fito as many of you knew him, was instrumental in the founding of the Fiesta del Rancho, working these grounds and building the civic center that we have all created and shared so many memories. This fiesta for many of us is part of our culture. We came as children and we still come today. And just like the old days, my heart shines knowing that I will gather with friends and family once again. The fiesta was something I enjoyed countless times with Grandpa Fito, and the memories will last forever. I can still remember him putting on that special hat and crispy clothes. He would even let me use his English leather cologne for this special occasion. One year when I was very young, I remember him asking me if I wanted to go to the grounds. Of course, that meant no lines for the rides, a few extra hours of running around unattended, hyped up on sugar. But within minutes of arriving at the grounds, I was put to work with a talache in my hand and a new appreciation for just how big the grounds were. But that was the kind of man that my grandfather was. If there was work to do, you did it. He came from a generation of no excuses, where a man's worth was measured by his work ethic and devotion to God and family. Today is a big day for Grandpa Fito, and he is still alive in the spirit of this fiesta. I can see him now, walking tall, with his warm smile, and greeting everyone who crossed his path with his signature head nod. For 38 years, this fiesta has been the mortar that binds the bricks of this area. It's a time for gathering, bonding, celebrating, sharing stories, learning traditions, and keeping the ranching culture alive. Living in a world where culture and tradition are dying way too fast, we should actively strive to keep them alive, passing them along to the next generation, just like my grandfather has done for us. It's now Grandpa Fito's great-grandchildren's turn to run around, begging for more spending money and eating hearty and lardy foods with primos, primas, and family friends. But most importantly, it is their time to bond, love, and keep the rancho traditions alive and strong for generations to come. My grandfather was a mortar that helped create and bind many bricks together, not only here, but throughout all of Duval County and South Texas. This fiesta is just one example. Many of you here today have your own memories of Fidencio, and we would love it if you stopped by the ranch sometime and shared them with us. As the oldest grandchild, it has been an honor to stand in front of you today in memory of my grandfather, and on behalf of my grandmother, Carolina, their 4 sons, Fidencio Jr., Fernando, Eduardo, and Javier, and the rest of the Saenz family. Having lived his entire life in Rios, my grandfather was proud to be a Duvaleño. Some of his greatest pride came from the work that he did as commissioner. He wanted to honor the people of his community and work passionately to help create the event like the Fiesta del Rancho, that on this day, like today, we would all be able to come together and celebrate our rich heritage. It is with this in mind that I ask you to enjoy the fiesta and remember my grandfather and all the other men and women who came before us and made our community what it is today. Thank you. Un aplauso!